New music for Fearless Radio, and we are so happy to have in the studio No Fiasco. How are you guys?
Good. We look fantastic.
You look fantastic.
We just woke up.
That's the story of all of my bands. I think it's because it's gray and cold and rainy, and everybody just wants to stay in their cuddle piles today, don't
Back
they?
in the pile, everybody.
Back in the pile. The pug pile is a good place to be.
You do. You have a pug.
We do.
You have a pug right over there.
Yeah, that's
adorable.
Fearless Jocko. He runs the joint.
That's an excellent surprise.
He's very intimidating.
Yeah, he's a brute, man. He's a brute. So you can go check out No Fiasco. We've got their Facebook page, which is No Fiasco Music. Do you tweet? Do you tumble, pin, Insta?
Oh, yes.
Instagram, we tweet, and we're just starting our Vine.
I'm going to be fascinated by Vine. I can tell already.
We have one that you need to see, actually, that I don't think that...
It's not the band one yet. We haven't started the band.
Yeah, we
It's
have...
tricky. It's an art form.
It is
that
an art
timing
form.
down.
It's got to be perfect.
Yeah.
I've seen some really good dogs doing stupid things already.
Oh, yes.
You know, and they get like English bulldogs and things. It's wonderful. And the band stuff has been a lot of fun for me, too. I think it's going to be better than Instagram. That's my prediction. Yeah?
I think so, yeah.
Yeah.
It's definitely more entertaining.
So if people want to stalk you around Twitter, what is the handle?
It's No Fiasco, but O without the H, because some kid has No Fiasco.
right.
If
And
you're
if you
listening, give it
Yeah,
up.
if-
You
if
haven't
you-
used
if
it
you-
400 days.
If that
Stop.
kid is listening, which he probably isn't, but if he is listening, we have people who are looking for you.
They're coming to get
If you happen to see any black Cadillacs behind you on the street, then, you know.
They start boxing you in and forcing you to you will know why.
Give us
you
your
know.
handle.
A little No Fiasco Secret Service action, right? You know? I hate that. Squatters are, I should
Twitter
say,
squatters.
They are. They're just squatting. They're like, oh, somebody's gonna, I'm gonna make them pay.
You know, they do that. There's websites that do that. They buy up. That's like all they do is they buy up, names, and then they sell them to people for a lot of money.
Yeah.
Heck, at this point, I think we'd be willing to pay.
Yeah, we would be willing to pay.
Maybe send them some free music.
Yeah,
A T-shirt.
Sure, we'll send him some free music, maybe
We've
some money.
tried to
and
get
then-
a hold of this kid.
And then, as soon as he got it and we get everything squared away, then he'll just disappear
Yeah.
from the grid.
Yep. That we'll look for him like Abby Hoffman, forever. I don't know.
This got real morbid real quick.
Yeah, that happens
no.
here for some reason. I don't know why. But, we get domain names, but we mostly get them to prevent the kids who want to listen to the station from heading to a porn site accidentally. There's a lot of fearless things that we don't want them
There's a lot of
searching.
violent stuff also.
Yeah.
Crazy stunts and...
Damn you, Taylor Swift, and your Fearless Radio hit single, that sort of. We don't want them to run into that. Nothing against Taylor Swift. I know she's listening. But let's do some introductions. Who are you? What do you do for No Fiasco?
I'm Seth, and I'm the guitar player.
Very good.
I'm Colin, and I play the drums.
Nice.
Thomas and I play the bass.
Lindsay and I sing.
And Cameron, I play the piano.
Banana.
Nice. And you didn't want to lug all of that up 3 flights of
No.
stairs to do some live play
Both
for
of
us?
them.
Both of our grand pianos we travel with.
And you're tonight in Chicago at House of Blues. Do you have the details on the show? What time it starts? Is it all ages?
Well, the doors are
Doors
at
are
7.
So get there at 7 because we're going on first.
Get there early. Line up.
Yeah, get it in this cold
Makes
weather.
us feel good.
It
Yeah.
does make us feel good.
Yeah.
We play at 8, and doors are 7.
And you got the Dirty Heads and Shiny Toy Guns.
Shiny Toy Guns. That's right.
Oh, it's
yeah.
going to be a great show.
Absolutely.
How has the tour been so far with all these people?
So much fun.
We had the first leg that started in February, and it was freezing. So cold.
It's balmy compared to last
Yeah.
tour.
This is
even
tropical.
today.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. No, the kids in Chicago would definitely line up outside. And they're probably wearing T-shirts already. We're
T-shirt weather,
We're a
40s.
hardy sort, of the Great Lakes. But we had interviewed Shiny Toy Guns a few times over the years, and I remember when they were just, like 7-8 years ago, and van and trailer, and they came in January, no coats. California kids they don't have
They don't get it.
know what a coat is. So it's got to be puffy and preferably with some fake fur around.
That's changed recently. 'cause
Yeah, I
they-
think they all have puffy coats with fake fur
with
around them now.
fake fur.
Okay, good. No real fur because we got Jocko and we can't talk about real fur.
No real fur.
He's grimacing right now.
It's all good, Jocko. It's all good.
How long have you all been out on this tour so far?
See,
2 weeks now.
the second leg started,
Okay.
2 weeks ago. Week and a
About
half
a
ago.
month and a half total in the past few months.
Yeah, we did a month. I know that's a confusing answer. We did a month run starting in early February, and it ended in mid March, and then we
Took a few weeks
took
off.
a couple weeks off, and then hit it back just last week, I guess. So we've been on this tour for a little over a week now.
Oh, that's not too long then. So, I mean, I know you've been on tour for a while, but I have to ask about Knoxville because it seems like there's a new music scene coming up. I hear a lot more about people stopping on tour in Knoxville, and you guys are from Knoxville, right?
Yeah.
Born and raised.
Because I lived in Kingsport, Tennessee,
Oh, wow.
for a few years.
I
and,
lived in Johnson City for forever.
Yeah, it's beautiful country.
East
in
Tennessee
that
is
area.
gorgeous.
Oh my God! But what has been fueling that? Because the first part of Fearless Radio's life, we would never see Knoxville, Tennessee appear on the radar for tour stops.
I don't know. I guess Bonnaroo's helped out quite a bit.
Uh-huh.
They're just starting to have a lot more of the kind of festivals in Tennessee.
We started building up a good Americana
Very-
folk following, but for us, our side of the street, we don't really get a lot of that coming through the alternative pop.
Yeah.
And
I
kinda
think
messed up.
Nashville also Nashville's been growing a lot too as a major music hub.
Sure.
and
Maybe it's gotten too big, and that's why it's going and
Well, I think that it's
filtering over to
pulling
Knoxville.
sort of it's pulling some of the smaller cities around it.
Mm-hmm.
Certainly from Knoxville, because there's a lot of Knoxville's sort of the hub for a lot of the East Tennessee music scene. It's the biggest city out there, and so
Yeah.
maybe that's why. I don't know.
And it's easy, I think, if you're going around Virginia and D.C. and all of that in that area to spend some time, if there are the venues. And one of the more interesting things was you're talking about Americana and rootsy stuff, but I've also seen a lot of metal.
There's-
Which is
yeah.
kind of like, whoa, that's an interesting choice.
We do have Whitechapel and Straight Line Stitch.
That's
We've
true.
had Straight Line Stitch in the studio
Yeah.
before, and they're metal, but they they could tour with a lot of.
They've been
people.
road dogging for years. I remember
Forever.
I was in high school still when they were they were chopping it out. Mm-hmm. So
That's crazy.
got a lot of respect for those guys for sure.
Tell me a little bit about Oh No Fiasco. How did you guys, find each other? How long have you been together and decide to write and make this kind of music?
Well, we've all been in bands, for the past 10 years in the Knoxville scene, and the guys had a band together, and I had a band, and we would play, shows together just around the Tennessee area. Mm-hmm. And November 2010, you guys were
It's actually
giving
December.
your December.
we
What,
were
November?
politely letting go of
Oh.
our old singer.
November is when I dropped out of my band, and they were giving the boot to their singer, and I went to see their last show, and I just kind of came up and I was like, let's jam, let's get
Yeah.
together, and the
That was
rest
it.
is magic.
Yeah.
The rest is magic. How has that been? Because I know we're listening to some new music. How has that been for the writing process for you guys? Is there?
So much better.
So different, so different.
I love that.
We
think
like
it's-
each other now.
we like,
We
we
love
get
it.
along. No, I don't know. Everything just clicks.
Yeah.
I think it
Good
was honestly
chemistry?
meant to be. Great chemistry.
Yeah.
Yeah. Let's do some more music, shall we? We heard "Falling Sky" as we came in to the program today. What would you like to roll with next? Oh No Fiasco.
Let's hear All Systems Go.
All right,
Yeah.
let's do it. All systems go. It is. If you'd like to chat with us, tweet us at Fearless Radio. Once again, Oh No Fiasco. Very nice. Oh No Fiasco here in the studio. House of Blues this evening. Get there early. Go there now. Go there right after this interview and stuff. And but stay tuned for the rest of it here. There's a lovely young lady, Katie Bacon. I love your name already.
Katie!
and tweeting in. And bless you, child. Bless you. She said, bless Fearless Radio for having them on. She misses you. Where is she? Is she back home?
She's in Tennessee.
She's one of our besties.
Yeah.
Love Katie.
She's our best fan.
Is it because she's bacon?
No, it's because it's that
She
doesn't
makes
ever
us
hurt.
stuff.
It doesn't
Love
ever
bacon.
hurt. But she shows up. She is
Hardcore fan.
she shows up at every show. She's the first one. So mad props to Katie Bacon.
One day
From
we're
the
just going to
from
get
the
her a
get-go,
tambourine
too.
and just put her in the band.
Yeah, from the
Yeah.
get go.
Yeah.
We got a special bin for Katie Bacon in the back. You have to ride in the trailer for a while, but that's okay.
That's all right. Nobody will know, And we'll make it so that it's spring or fall so they don't,
So you don't freeze to death. Yeah, right.
Or burn,
Oh, right. I agree.
Yeah. Burning's not good.
I imagine Katie Bacon gets burned pretty easily.
Yeah.
You do, don't you?
There's Gwen. Skin.
Squid.
Well, tell me about what the shows have been like. Since you guys have got new music that's getting ready to release, you're playing this all tonight at the show, right?
Yes.
So we're looking at maybe summertime. We're not sure of the date, right?
Yeah, we'd say
It will
early
definitely be summertime.
Yeah.
summertime release.
Yeah.
It's definitely summertime music, so I can see why we're gonna wait to put it out then.
Yeah. Top down, driving down Lakeshore Drive. I feel it.
That's actually kind of what we had in mind for the whole CD, the whole time we were writing
How
it.
did you know Lakeshore Drive?
Yeah.
How did I know Lakeshore
It's
Drive?
like
Because it's a
where,
pretty common
isn't where we
name, right?
practice.
No, it's like 2 blocks away.
There's a Lakeshore Drive.
There's more than one Lakeshore Drive.
You've never heard of LSD in Chicago? Really?
No, I've heard.
Do you
I
not-
haven't.
oh, you need to drive it because it's like the whole city and all the beaches and everything. It's kind of famous. And so, but you wrote on Lakeshore Drive back home,
Right
We-
down the road.
Yeah, that's right down the road.
from Lakeshore. What's your lake?
Fort Loudon.
The Tennessee River, pretty much.
Yeah.
Well, that's
call
a
it a
big,
lake.
But
Yeah.
it's a dammed off river, so it's a big lake.
It's just a pond.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'd say it's not really, not much. Put your pontoon in it, go round.
Yeah. We're busting some Tennessee at you right now.
I know. I have family around Nashville and Lebanon. Am I saying that right?
Lebanon,
Because-
yeah.
Well, I say Lebanon, and they say no, Lebanon.
Lovely.
And
Gotta
it's
southern
funny.
it up.
It's funny because you drop some syllables, but add syllables to other words.
That are not even written.
Yeah.
Never existed in the first place.
And I don't know how that happens, but I'd like it to remain a mystery.
Yeah. People don't know we're from Tennessee most of the time until
Seth talks.
Seth talks, and then it's like,
Just sounds like a banjo there, buddy.
I like it. No, I wouldn't have known without knowing, from your information that you were from
well,
Tennessee.
we think it's funny though because we sometimes will just randomly bust it out on people who have no idea, and they're just like, "Wait, what in the hell is wrong with you people?
Yeah.
What are you talking about?" Yeah,
It's Tennessee.
like the guy downstairs, I guess, was just done doing an interview or something, or somebody downstairs had a banjo, and I walked in and I was just like, "How you do? I got your banjo."
And they're from Virginia, so they know. They know. They
Wait,
they're-
Virginia or West Virginia?
Yeah.
Virginia.
Okay.
Okay.
The old Dominion. in
West
case
Virginia,
you
they surely
couldn't,
know.
yeah, in case you couldn't, tell that. But they're cool. But we had fun with them. All Southern today until a little bit later. I don't know. We love having you in Chicago, though. So back to touring and getting in front of the audiences. This must be a great experience. Is this one of the bigger tours?
This is the biggest tour.
Yeah. How is it getting in front of and engaging those, like House of Blues audience in Chicago? Our bands all aspire, to play in front of that crowd.
I mean,
over there.
we aspired to play in the House of Blues in Chicago. I mean, this is we understand how big of a deal it is, and I'm stoked to play tonight.
Yeah, we've played so many shows to the small club shows to however many people coming up. We did that for so long, and then we started building up into bigger shows, and then like I said, this is the best tour we've ever been on. So, playing some sold out shows and stuff is definitely we
We-
respect it.
We know
very
how to
fun.
appreciate playing
Yeah.
a good place.
Yeah.
Yeah. I feel like those bands that can play the same show for 5 people to 50 people to 500 people are the ones that are going to,
That's the only way to do it, because like he said, I mean, we've been doing, playing for 5 people or less. I remember a couple years, 2 years ago probably, we were playing a show in North Carolina, and there was literally
0.
3 people in the whole
0.
place, including the sound guy.
The sound guy,
And
the
2 guys,
bartender.
and 2 people, and this kid and his brother that we walked out on the
It was
street.
his little brot's birthday.
Yeah, we basically
Pulled him
were
in
like,
off
come
the
in
street.
here and come in here.
We gave them the best night of their lives.
Yeah.
And they're going to look back at that and they're going to go, oh my God, oh no fiasco. We saw them when they were just playing that tiny club, and look at them
Just
now.
for me.
For my birthday. And they're going to say, look, they're playing the House of Blues, and next time it'll be like the United Center, where it plays and all of that. And it's going to be that warm, fuzzy feeling. And everybody will start posting those pictures from those old shows again. Who did you ever have and each of you may have a different answer, when you were young growing up, aspiring to be musicians, the show that you went to, you stood in front of the stage and said, yes, this is it. This is perfect. This is what I want to do with my life. Do you have that experience? Yeah, that's him snoring over there.
First time I ever heard Rage Against the Machine.
Yeah?
For me.
Nice.
Just the energy. We're not very close to that.
I never got to see Michael Jackson, but just ever since I was, 7, 8, just had VHSs of all his videos, just watched and watched and watched. Oh, wow, you have a Michael Jackson
That is
poster.
If you can't see what this is, it
Oh
is
my
a
God.
Polka Dot Cadaver.
Polka Dot Cadaver,
poster,
the
Michael
poster.
Jackson at
As
the Last
kind of
Supper.
the
as the Last Supper.
Yeah,
and
that's-
he is posed
that's
as
pretty
Jesus.
cool.
Yeah, that's
It's
great.
all dead people with polka dots on them.
Nothing.
I wish everyone could
like
see
that.
this.
Yeah.
That
Well,
is
I thought I'd whip
awesome.
that out.
We'll take a picture and we'll put it on our Twitter in a little bit.
Okay.
Yeah.
But yeah, Michael Jackson, totally. I just wanted to be that kind of. I just wanted
I
to
could second
entertain.
that.
Can
Yeah.
you
Second
still
that.
do Thriller? Still do the dance?
Not the whole dance.
I know
no.
every move,
Okay.
every single move.
I would imagine. That's what we should get on video. That's what-
I watched that. What was it? Made for TV Jackson movie that was like 6 hours long. I would watch that once a week. I loved it.
Oh, I go back and watch the little kid the Jackson 5 videos.
So good. Oh my god.
We do have really good dance moves for radio, though, if you would like us to do it for the radio audience. To narrate, Cameron is currently doing the moonwalk
Oh,
perfectly.
Yeah. Moonwalk. Wait, here I go. Here I go. Here we go.
And I'll have to
expect
translate
that.
it over
I
radio as
didn't.
well.
That was perfect. That was very nice.
It looked awesome, though.
Yeah.
I didn't know you could do the beats like that, my
Oh
friend.
yeah. Oh yeah. We are mouth dubstep professionals.
Do you freestyle too?
Yeah, we even do the.
Oh, freestyle rap? No, we're not very good at that.
Yeah, we're not very good. We're working on that.
Okay.
Dre, we're coming. Compton.
What up? So concerts. Do you guys? I don't think we got all the way down to this.
Oh.
Yeah.
I think I saw Third Eye Blind when they first came up, and that was like one of the biggest first shows that my parents like let me go to by myself.
Oh, yeah.
And yeah, I was totally into it. So
Oh, nice. So,
Yeah, there were several bands. I mean, I went to so many shows. There were countless shows that I stood in front of, and that were just like,
Pick one.
This is what I don't just watching a lot of the local bands come up in Knoxville.
that's what I
too,
wondered.
yeah.
A lot of times it's a local thing.
Yeah, 'cause
they-
there's been a couple local rock bands to do really well in the national market. So just like seeing that success and then see them kind of
I did
do their
spark the
thing.
I went to like every 10-year show and studied it
10
whenever I was
years
in high
big.
school.
Yeah, they were. We all came up playing shows with them and watching them. So, I mean,
It's good to see when the local band starts to step out a little bit
Yeah.
when you're kids, But it's a bittersweet thing because you get pissed off too,
Yeah, you get a
right?
little jealous.
They were
You're
ours.
like,
They're
"Ah."
ours. You didn't know them when all we had was a secret track on some burned CD somewhere. We get that with Fall Out Boy here in Chicago. It's like, oh man, I used to go see them over at Subterranean, which is our moderate and really cool venue.
Is that where we played?
You might have
we
Subterranean
played-
Pit Kitchen. Something
we
like
played with the Red Jumpsuit Apparatus and Red a couple years ago.
Oh, cool.
Here, and I cannot
It's right by
remember
the
the
train
name,
tracks.
and it was right underneath It was right in
Subterranean.
Is that what it's called?
Either that or Double Door.
Double Door.
Yeah.
Double Door. That's the one.
That's
okay.
a cool
Thank you.
place.
We've been
Yeah.
searching for that for like a month now. I've been trying to remember what that place is called.
Double Door.
The Double Door. Yes.
Chicago has great venues, and I can't really say that I don't. I don't like those venues. They're great venues.
Do you know anything about the Elbow Room?
I do.
Is that cool?
It's very
we've
cool.
Had a show there, and then we had to cancel for one reason or another,
Mm-hmm.
and then they've been kind of staying in contact with me, so maybe
Oh,
we'll
good.
play there next time.
Yeah, actually, the young woman who is the talent buyer over there was our intern, not this past summer, but the summer before, and she's done very well over there at at Elbow Room. All kinds of wonderful. It's like a cave underground, so it's got kind of a UK type
That's
feel
cool.
to
Oh,
it.
cool.
So, let's get to some more music, shall we? And like I said, anybody who wants to chat with us, tweet us at Fearless Radio. But are we going to go with Clarity
Yeah,
next?
let's do
or-
that one.
Yeah.
Okay. And we will be back wrapping it up with Oh No Fiasco. Yeah, but we'd do it better this time. Now, hindsight helps out with things like that.
I have 20/20 hindsight.
2020 hindsight. I think, one would hope, but based on looking at what happens around, politically these days, I don't think they have any hindsight whatsoever. They just do the same thing.
Just stuck in a
over and
loop.
over. Just stuck in a loop.
North Korea says, "Come at me, bro."
Yeah, I don't know. We can't let Dennis Rodman be going to these countries anymore.
Some of these people are just thinking probably, what
did
in the
they
hell
get
did
up
we
there?
get into
They
this
shouldn't let
conversation?
Dennis
What are they
Rodman
talking
do
about?
anything.
Did you hear about Beyonce and Jay-Z going to Cuba and almost getting in trouble for it?
Yeah, I did, but I feel like Cuba's not going to threaten to blow us up just because Jay-Z and Beyonce went over there. I feel like they'll probably have a party, do
Yeah.
a little drinking,
Smoke
have
some
a little
Cuban cigars,
Yeah.
maybe.
Maybe Rodman, though.
Yeah.
Rodman, Cuba's going to be threatened to blow shit up. I think he may just have that effect on people.
Yeah.
You never know.
Puts him over the edge.
He's kind of a quirky guy. Well, looking at 2013, we're talking a little bit about. We do sound effects here. Pay no attention. There's a hospital, and kiss you. I would love it if he would start howling along with sirens,
Really?
but he won't do it.
I don't think that's the kind of breed that really
Yeah.
gets.
He'll howl
Fired up.
every once in a while. He'll throw back the head, and it's really funny.
I don't think I've ever seen a pug howl.
Oh, they're funny. They're
I need
hysterical.
this. I need
Does it
this
just
for my
sound
day.
It might be a few hours on YouTube for you, because once you start on pug videos on YouTube, there's really no stopping.
You better
I've seen
find
quite a
this.
few of them.
I will try and do that. But looking ahead, you've got the tour. I don't know how much longer you have on this tour before you head back home.
Couple weeks.
We'll be back on the 20th, I think.
Okay.
Back home, yeah.
And what is the summer and into the fall for 2013 look like for Oh No Fiasco?
We will have a
Road.
video out.
Yeah,
We'll be
what
back
song?
Down, the last one we're gonna play.
Uh-huh.
Hopefully, we'll be on the road most of the rest of this year, and that
Lots
album,
of roadage.
the album will be out before the end of the year.
And we'll be coming back to Chicago most definitely within the next couple of months.
Oh, nice.
I can't tell you when or where,
Yeah.
but we will be.
Do you know who do you have?
Not yet.
Also, don't know who that
In the works.
that is.
In the works.
Yeah, there's a bunch of different things
So
sort of
many
floating around.
secrets. Oh no, Fiasco. So many secrets.
Very sneaky.
So what you have to do is like them on Facebook and follow them on Twitter and check every single day.
Please be our friends.
we really are hilarious people. Not because we choose to be, just because we are. And
Yeah.
that's so we if you like good entertainment, we will most certainly post something that you will like
Do you
at
put
some point.
pictures of your food and things like that up there
Oh,
for people to see?
More,
Not into the food, food shots.
But I mean, if you're into that, we'll start.
yeah, we can do that.
I'm always hungry on the New Music Binge, so I love to see band food,
Yeah.
from wherever you go. And bacon, of course. So, but Clarity blows my mind every time I hear it. That's from Catherine.
Thank you,
And
Catherine.
thanks,
Catherine Wade. Catherine Wade. Does anybody? Just
Our new best friend.
your new best friend.
Just kidding, Katie.
No, this is. I think it's a different person.
No, I know.
They look different, but you can never tell. Don't let social media fool you. Yeah. I like that you're all like contemplative and pensive suddenly, stroking non-existent beards.
And we haven't eaten yet, so I think we're all like, wonder what our bellies are in the mood for, because you keep talking about bacon.
I think that's exactly
Well,
what's going on here.
House of Blues, I believe, treats their bands
Oh, they
pretty
do,
well.
yeah.
We
Pretty
played in
well.
Dallas at the House of Blues in Dallas, and they were really great.
They have like a full-blown restaurant at
Yeah.
those, I believe.
Yeah, yeah. And last time I did backstage interviews there, they had a buffet set out for the bands back there. And our backstage is weird. You can't just walk on the first floor from one dressing room to another, or
Yeah,
from
you
one
gotta,
side
like,
to
go
another.
up. That's how
the
You
other
got to go
one
up,
is.
over, and down.
Yeah.
And you get a lot of exercise. That
Yeah.
It's
way.
like a safety
It's going to be a
feature.
Spinal Tap moment, isn't it?
It
There's
is.
a stage.
It really is. It really is.
Great.
We got lost at the one in Dallas a couple times.
Yeah. Well, Texas says they're all big and bad and all that, but
Yeah.
Chicago's better. Chicago's better food.
I've heard that
Yeah.
from a number of people around the country too, not just because there's a few.
You're not
people,
just saying that.
No. There's a few people who are like specifically coming long way to come see this show.
Yeah.
What's the
Chicago.
food what's the food we need to eat? What's
Geno's.
The pizza?
You need to, deep dish pizza. I mean, that's what everybody wants. Not Geno's, though.
Not
don't
Geno's?
Don't do Geno's. That's,
Where would you suggest? Because I am going to sneak off and probably get some pizza later.
I would say Lou Malnati's. I would say Giordano's, but they call it stuffed pizza at Giordano's, and that's my absolute favorite.
Perfect.
All of
Sold.
the bands like Pequod's pizza, and it's a weird name for a Chicago thing, but I have heard from many different sources that it is the best deep dish or any kind of pizza in Chicago.
And the first place you said was the Illuminati. I didn't know the Illuminati did pizza.
Yeah, Lou Malnati's.
Oh, okay.
Lou. You gotta get Lou Malnati's.
Really controlling the government and making pizza.
Yes.
Yeah, they're the siren song of their food is what's going to bring you in. Other than that, I would go to the Wiener Circle and get yourself
Yeah.
a dog and ask for a chocolate shake.
Good old
and
Wiener
see
Circle.
what happens then. Any hot dog stand in the city.
Yum.
No veggies, no vegetarians, because
No,
I got
ma'am.
good vegetarian for you.
We dabble.
Full-fledged
Down
carnivore.
Yeah.
All right, I gotcha. You're in the stockyard to the world, so you're in the right place, my friend. You have come to the right place. Well, No Fiasco, it's been a pleasure having you here in the
Thanks
studio.
for having
Thanks for
us.
having us.
Thank
Yeah.
you
Fun.
very much for taking time out and coming over. When you get back to Chicago, please come by again, and maybe we can talk about a new video.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That'd be
Look
awesome.
forward
Maybe we
to
can
that.
get some ideas.
Yeah. Yes.
We're
Tweet
full
them.
of them. Yes,
Tweet them.
Tweet your video ideas, and if nothing else, we might just get bored one day and just do it on our own.
Come out, see the show tonight, watch down, send your video ideas.
Correct. Send
Concept.
your video
Be there at
ideas.
7.
Be there at 7. Be there before 7. Come early.
Please.
All right. Thank you guys so much once again.
Thank
This
you.
is Down, and we will be back to wrap it up with Country Mice in a little bit.